Recent news indicates that there is an Igbo leader in Ghana named Eze Dr. Ambassador Chukwudi Jude Ihenetu. He refers to himself as the Paramount King of the Igbos in Ghana and Eze Igbo Ghana. He has celebrated over a decade of leadership dedicated to preserving Igbo culture and traditions in Ghana.
My name, that the Igbo throne in Ghana, is a 419 throne. Be rest assured that I will sue you.
However, his position and claims have also been met with some controversy and concern.
In that Igbo village, my good brother, what I want to do there is we'll create streets there. We'll create streets that will represent the names of the ancient Igbos. We'll create the streets that will bear the name of Sambakwe Street. That's the ex-governor of Imo State. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the first president of Nigeria. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Nzaogo. We'll create a street that will bear, of course, the name of my father also, Eze Igbo, and all the great Igbo leaders that they have gone, and those are present. We'll create streets in their name that will represent them in Igbo village in Ghana.
Some Ghanaians view the title and his actions as a violation of the country's traditional and customary laws. There are concerns that this could undermine local chieftaincy systems and national sovereignty. A pressure group called APS Citizens of Ghana has petitioned the National House of Chiefs to take action against him for parading himself as king of the Igbo community in Ghana. There are questions about whether his title is a full chief, honorary king, or purely ceremonial. Some even allege that he is not from a royal family and his name has not been gazetted and entered into the National Register of Chiefs. These concerns have been amplified by reports that he has acquired land to build an Igbo village in Ghana, which some perceive as further undermining the sovereignty of Ghana. In response to these concerns, Chief Obiora Anikwe has described the criticisms as an attack on Igbo gods, tradition, and culture, stating that the Igbo community is merely promoting its heritage in Ghana. It is important to note that the term is a traditional Igbo royal title. However, the concept of a single king for all Igbo people is complex and has historical nuances, with some Igbo communities having a tradition of not having kings, captured in the saying Igbo Enwis. Igbo leadership has historically involved various structures including councils of chiefs and elders, as well as the later creation of warrant chiefs under colonial rule. In contemporary Ghana, the recognition and legitimacy of a foreign king or chiefdom is a point of contention and debate. Following public outrage by some Ghanaians over the recent revelation that one is Dr. Ambassador Chukwudi Ihenetu, who parades himself as the Igbo king in Ghana, has acquired 50 acres of land in Ghana to build an Igbo village, Chief Obiora Anikwe has described the criticisms by some Ghanaian bloggers as an attack on the gods, tradition, and culture of the Igbo people. He added that the Igbo community is merely promoting its tradition and culture in Ghana, something he claims is even appreciated by Ghanaian traditional leaders and the government. Member of Parliament for Ningo Pramprom, Samuel Nati George, has dismissed reports regarding the establishment of an Igbo kingdom in Ghana. His response comes in the wake of public outrage over a viral video featuring a Nigerian national identified as Eze Dr. Ambassador Chukwudi Ihenetu, the self-styled Eze Igbo of Ghana, Igbo king, who disclosed plans to construct an Igbo village on 50 acres of land reportedly acquired in the old Ningo Pramprom area. According to the traditional leader, the proposed Igbo village will include a royal palace, a 200-seater town hall, and a guest house to accommodate visitors from Nigeria. My story. My name is His Royal Majesty Eze, dear Ambassador Chukwudi Jude Ihenetu, Isohazurum 1, Eze Igbo Ghana. I was born in Umudoroha, Amegbonwanjio local government area of Imo State, Nigeria. The name of my father is Ernst Chief Emmanuel Ihenetu, he is a retired teacher. My mother is called Lolo Eugenia Ihenetu, she is a businesswoman. I have 7 brothers and 1 sister. I am the third born of the family and the second son. I had my primary school at Township Primary School, in Sujoba, Imo State. I attended Comprehensive Secondary School in Sujoba for my junior secondary school education and proceeded to Government Technical School Owerri, Imo State. I am still pursuing a course in political science from the Lagos State University. I came to Ghana as a businessman in 1995. I was bringing goods like spare parts, calculators, and other things. When I discovered that Ghana was conducive and a good business environment, I decided to settle in Ghana. I got married in 1998 to Liberty Kwonu. After my marriage, I started registering my businesses here. My company is called Chibat Group of Companies, a combination of my name, Chucks, and that of my wife Betty Dash. Under the group, I have Chibat Ltd, Chibat Transport, Chibat Mother Care, Chibat Farms, Chibat Aluminum, and West Coast Entertainment. Others are Chibat Oil West Africa and SpaceWest, dealing in telecommunication towers and high-tension towers. By God's grace, I have been able to acquire properties here in Ghana. I have 5 children. In the diaspora, we have Igbo communities, and other Igbo socio-cultural organizations whose leadership is always chosen by election, which has a lifespan of not more than 3 years. The Eze Igbo, however, is a position that is retained by the reigning monarch till death. This makes it easier for the king to actualize long-term programs and visions that will enrich the life of his people. One thing that brings the Igbo people together is tradition, because every Igbo man loves tradition. An Igbo man might not want to associate with the communities or socio-cultural organizations, but will rally round the Eze Igbo because he sees the throne as a rallying point for custom and tradition. Programs like the Igbo Day, where traditions and cultures of the various Igbo communities are displayed, will cause reflections in the mind of the people and help pull them closer to their people, and from there the children will learn by asking questions. The palace is a place where people can gather and speak the Igbo language freely, as it brings people together. It makes easier for interaction even among our children, which might lead to longer-lasting relationships like marriages. History repeating itself. I am from the same lineage as King George of Apobo. King George of Apobo was born by Okuro Ozaramba, who had 6 children, and King George was the 5th child. His real name was Geoju Esiaino Eji Izamaya. He was the elder brother to my great-grandfather, who was called Isola, who was the last child of Okuro Ozaramba. George was not sold into slavery as history will want us to believe. He was kidnapped when he went to fetch firewood and sold to the Portuguese. He is of the same blood as me, and God made him a king over the Opabos, the same way God has elevated me and made me the king over the Igbos in Ghana several decades after. Being the king is a blessing but also a burden, because a lot of things are involved. I have to carry the problem of the people and try to solve it. However, I have been carrying these problems and challenges of the people before becoming Eze, so it is a blessing and I thank God for that. I was crowned Eze Igbo Ghana on August 30, 2012 by President of Presidents of Ohanis Ndi Igbo in Diaspora, Chief, Sir Oliver Akubius. As part of the ongoing development of the well-being of the Igbo nation in Ghana, His Royal Majesty Eze Dr. Chukwudi Ihenetu in December 2013 installed sub-chiefs and elders. The colorful ceremony took place in his palace with dignitaries from far and near attending. The story keeps unfolding. Subscribe and share. Stay tuned for more updates.